my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Sentinels and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, 60 Pittsburgh. He's checking. Gone. Switch.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To throw on second down. Love into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
50, round 80! Check 53. Bring it! That's in.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's able to find Wallace. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Alert! 53.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Pushes him over. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
61, matchbox, right. Switch it. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. But he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 45 yards. Well, a nice little sprint there. I guess if you're the defense, the only thing you hold on to, you got him out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal.
And that's all you can hold on to because they didn't hold on to him very well on that run. He gives them 1st and goal, as you outlined, with a big-time play.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board. Here in this first quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
That's for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Allen going to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Alert! Check 6 down. Alert, alert, alert! Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Throwing again. Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Looking deep downfield. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Allen now looks to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go. Check. Hey, orbit. Check 53.
And again, it's Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
53, Mike. Hey, Haywood. 53 to Mike. 53. I got one.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Okay, great. Check that. Go. Check that. High five. Not today, you know. Not today.
They run right side with Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Allen off the play fake. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Rock it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Oh, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On play action, Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Top 10. Let's go. Gun. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He can't. Hey, Delta. He's not going to get me. Shift. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, tight. Squeeze double.
From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He got 29 yards that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, he completes it to Westbrook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's it, baby. You got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A give right side now to Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
3 down, 3 down.
Operating from the gun, Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Slam, slam, slam. Half, 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 half. All 52.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen to throw once more. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No. Off. Middle. Shit. Watch the shit. Hey. Watch the shit.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shift! Watch the shift! Tight guard. Gone. Exit. Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Love. And he completes it to Hunt. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Love. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Back now in Jacksonville as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I'm going to hit you all down, baby.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Flushed out right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. He's got the hook up to Miller. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick to that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Five wide. Right here. That's what I do. Switch. Alert. Mike, 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. Set. 18, David. Across the pass. Finds the mark. There you go.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Love gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. The open man is Westbrook. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Round 80. Check 53. Half 85. Half 85. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
At the 12-yard line.
Check. Check. 50.
Hey, tight.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Alert 3.
All 52.
Check 26.
His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got
from the gun, Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Bravo!
On 1st and 10, Love. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they come back to the pack a bit as they're